So, what's the deal with this new button on the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Pro? Apple's website says it's supposed to make shooting professional quality video faster and easier, but is that really the case? I'm not so sure. So when this feature was first announced, there were a couple things I thought about, and the first thing was the placement of the button down here on the bottom right. For right-hand users, it's okay. You're probably never going to touch it with the palm of your hand here. If you hold your phone like this, you're probably kind of weird, so I wouldn't worry about that. But if you're left-handed or you just decide to switch the phone to your left hand for any reason, this camera control button is exactly where at least one of these two fingers is going to sit, your middle finger or your ring finger. And you will find yourself, or at least I have found myself, pressing that button often when trying to get leverage while pressing the up and down volume buttons on the other side. The other thing I thought about was, in all the promotional footage and stuff, when you see somebody using this button here, they click it once and they're scrolling like this. Everyone knows the best thing to do is to pick one of these focal lengths and not to zoom in between them, because that'll give you worse picture quality. So I was concerned with how easy it would be to get directly to one focal length while swiping your finger. Fortunately, they thought of that too. One swipe will get you to the next focal length, more or less. And then you can hold your finger down to zoom in between the focal lengths. Last thing I thought about was this camera control is a physical button. It moves. So when you want to use it, you have to move it. And that little bit of movement can make a big difference when you're trying to take steady photography, macro photography, low light photography, things like that. That's just something I guess you're gonna have to get used to, because there's really no way around it. When you're holding a DSLR or something like that, it's kind of big. You can hold it, squeeze it in to kind of steady it. When you're holding this, it's up and down. You can squeeze it from the bottom and the top, and it's just not as stable as using a real camera. It makes it feel actually less pro. So what do you think? Is this new button an actual useful feature, or is it just a gimmick? Let me know.